is to take this book, Shut Up and Sell More Weddings and Events, and the average wedding uses 12 to 14 different suppliers, right? Different types of businesses in that. And make a special edition. There you go.
I love it. So
this is Shut Up and Sell More Weddings and Events DJ edition. Now, DJs, entertainers, lighting, photo booths, right? This is who I wrote this for. Now, if you read the original book, it's not that different, except every time I give you specific wording on how to answer an objection or how to handle an inquiry or how to say something a certain way, the original book, I bounced around from caterer to venue to florist to officiant to transportation to tuxedos to invitations to, right, everything. This book, every single reference, every single wording is either about DJ, lighting, photo booth. That's what it is. So You're not going to have to go, okay, well, how would I change that to apply to me? No, it's there. It's already there. If you've never read it, that's the edition to get. If you have read it, it's a good refresher. It'll give you that specific wording that you need there. Now, what I'm doing is, and I don't know when this is going to launch. Is it going to launch soon, right, Greg?
This will.
Okay. My website, alanberg.com. So ALANBERG.com. Matter of fact, hang on a second. I just printed something since I couldn't do the screen share.
Okay. Very smart. That's what we call thinking on the fly. Get Alan's books with free shipping. Okay. www.shopalanberg.com. Use the coupon Ellis, really, for the next 48 hours. What?
That's right.
I love it.
So if you use the coupon code Ellis, ELLIS, at shopalanberg.com, you're going to get free shipping on anything on the site. Now, there are some bundles on there that already have savings on top of that. So if you don't have any of my books, right, there's my 5 books, there's a 5-book bundle. If you have the first couple, but you don't have the rest, there's a 3-book bundle, or the latest 2-book bundles. So they're all there with savings and free shipping. Next 48 hours. Use the coupon code Ellis.
Love it.
There you go. So what you're going to get out of these books is going to help you convert more leads. Now, here's what's happening right now. Every lead you get now is more important than they were before, because if you get less leads, think about this, Greg. Let's say before you closed 1 out of 3 people you got a lead from. I'm just picking numbers, right? Could have been 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 2, whatever it is. Right? You didn't close, you never closed everybody, but but let's say you close 1 out of 3. Well, if you get less leads and you're still closing 1 out of 3, you're making less sales. So you need to increase that closing ratio. Every one of these is even that much more important. So things that you can learn in Shut Up and Sell More, or things you could learn in Why Don't They Call Me, right? How to respond to inquiries, or Wisdom in the Business of Weddings. Those things can help you increase your closing ratio, get ghosted less, right? You talked about getting ghosted, I think, on the last podcast.
Yes.
They can help you tighten up the process, because marketing is like a relay race. If I take the baton and I hand it to Greg and he drops it, sales over. That's it. It's done. Well, if we hand the baton to your website and your website doesn't do its job, done. If we hand it to your website gets you the inquiry, and now you don't get a response, done. Right? We're dropping the baton all over the place here. So what this is going to do is it talks about objections, like you're the first one we've seen, or that's more than I wanted to spend, or, things like that. Talk about how to handle the objections. Should you have pricing on your website? How do you talk about pricing when you get that inquiry that says, hey, how much do you charge? Right?
Right.
How do you respond to that? That's what's in the book. And it's not just how would a wedding pro respond, because that was the original book.
Yes.
It's how would a DJ respond? And by the way, if you have friends that are caterers or venues, right? Or you're referred by caterers or venues, and maybe you want to be referred by caterers or venues, I also have this.
Oh, you're kidding me.
So this is what I've been doing during lockdown, is that. So you want to make friends with your caterer and venues that you want to refer you, or that already refer you. Maybe you buy them this and you say, here's something for you. And now You know, people refer people they know, like, and trust. If you're thinking about somebody, you make a $30 investment in that venue and they refer you one wedding, that was worth
Yeah.
it, right?
Right. Exactly.
I had a DJ in California who I happened to be up there for a mastermind day, and he came and did the mastermind day. And I know you were trying to arrange one in your area.
Yes.
We'll get there eventually.
Right on.
But we did a mastermind. And the next day, before, it was way up in northern wine country, he said, listen, you know, what time are you leaving tomorrow? The next day, I said, yeah, you know, I no particular rush. He said, could you come and do a half a day for me? I normally don't do half days because I have to fly in, fly out, whatever, but I'm in the area. So
Right.
he had a venue that is somebody that refers him some business and wedding planners. And he invited some other venues and some wedding planners to come together. And I did a half a day mastermind. He paid me to do this half day mastermind with them. And we made special editions of the original book, Shut Up and Sell More, with his logo on the cover.
Yeah.
So everybody that came, and there's only about a dozen people or so, everybody that came got a book with his logo on the cover and got a half a day with me, right?
Wow.
You think about it. If every one of those people just referred him one and he got 10, 12 weddings out of it, he made his money back how many times over, right?
Oh, big time.
So that's thinking proactively and how to think outside the box, how to show people results, how to provide value above and beyond what you normally do. Because DJs don't sell DJ services. Because if you do, somebody sells it cheaper. What you sell is the results of hiring you. If I hire DJ Greg, I get DJ Greg's results. Can't get them anywhere else, not at any price. And when somebody says to you, hey, the other DJ charges less, which I actually talk about in the book here too, what do you say to them, right? What do you say to them? There's always somebody cheaper, right? Go to Craigslist, find a $300 DJ. You can find them all day long, 300, 400, 500, they're there all day long. Why should I pay your price? If they can't see the difference, it's because you're selling DJ services. Or if you look at my Facebook, what I put on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn today, Seth Godin, who's a marketing expert. I have a lot of his books.
Yes, I saw the I saw it on your story.
So today, the email that I get an email every day with his blog post. He said, you know, basically why you're selling time. Like you don't hire a surgeon by time. Yeah, my leg is broken. Okay, well, you know, that's going to be, you know, $500 an hour. They don't charge you that way. They charge you for fixing it, right?
Right.
So why does a DJ sell a 5-hour wedding? Especially when it takes you 35 hours to do that wedding with all the stuff you're going to do. Why are you selling a 5-hour wedding? I actually had that conversation. You know Ron Ruth?
No, I never met him.
Okay, but Ron in Kansas City, he talks about getting the wow. He's got some really great stuff. So a good friend of mine. So Ron and I were sitting, I was in Kansas City. We're eating some good barbecue in a gas station, by the way. This fantastic barbecue in a gas station. In a working gas station in Kansas City. It's called Kansas City Joe's. It used to be called Oklahoma Joe's, but after like 10 plus years of being in Kansas City, he changed the name to Kansas City Joe's.
Okay.
It was called Oklahoma Joe's. So we're sitting there eating some barbecue and he gets an inquiry. How much is your 5-hour package? And we had that conversation. I was like, Ron, how long does it take you to do a wedding? He does grand entrances, you know, the whole cutting different music for every introduction and stuff. It's taking time.
Right. Yep.
I said, how many hours? Have you figured out how many hours? Is it 30 hours, 35, 40 hours? He's like, yeah, somewhere in there. I said, okay, so why don't you respond and say, thanks so much for inquiring. We'd love to make your wedding fun. Pack your dance floor and have your guests say it was the best time they've ever had at a wedding. Thanks for asking about a 5-hour package. We actually don't have a 5-hour package, but I would love to tell you about the 35 to 40 hours that I'm going to invest in your wedding to make it amazing. Right?
Okay.
Now, never drop a mic, but that's almost a mic drop, right?
Almost.
Almost. Virtually. Please never drop a mic, right?
Never drop the mic, baby.
Never drop a real mic. But see, what we're doing is changing the dynamic. 35 to 40 hours, the wedding's only 5. Right. That's what you and your guests are going to see. That's what you're going to experience. The reason it's going to be amazing is because I'm going to invest 35 to 40 hours to make it that way. I'm going to do these things to make it that way. So get them thinking about results instead of thinking about services. Because if you sell services, somebody sells it cheaper, period. End of story. That's what it is. So a lot of that stuff is in here, how to handle objections, how to respond to inquiries. If you want more of that, that's actually this whole book here. Why don't they call me? But the big announcement today was Disc Jockey Edition. And like I said, if you have caterer friends, caterers and venues, caterer and venue edition. So just go to, there's my sign.
Yeah, put that up again,
There's my
please.
slide.
Okay.
This is called the analog version of PowerPoint. There it is.
With my last name, because I couldn't figure out how to share the screen.
That's okay. So shopalanberg.com. Use the coupon code Ellis. And for the next 48 hours, you can get free shipping and on anything on the site. And there are special bundles there that already have savings built into them. And if you want more than one of a book, if you look at when you go to buy the book, you could get 5 or 10, and there's even bigger savings. So if you have a team, if you're a multi-op, or if you want to give out to some friends or stuff like that, you can get them that way. And if you have, I'll also send you, Greg, I also have some workshops coming up.
Okay.
I have a special discount on the workshop. So it's a group website review and a group lead conversion workshop. So I'll send you some links and you can post them with this. People can get discounts on that as well.
I'll be glad to do that for you, my man.
And yeah, that's it. So today is the world premiere. I've been on calls since 11 o'clock this morning. So 11, 12, 2, this is 3 o'clock for me. 4 o'clock, got another one. 8 o'clock, got another one.
Woo!
9 o'clock. I got people coming on from Australia and yeah.
My goodness, man. Yeah, spread the word. This is it. Spread the word. That's it.
Spread the word, spread the sales. The guy was on, I just did a call with the guys in the UK, men and women in the UK, DJs. And this one guy was saying about how he used to discount until he heard me speaking and stuff. And he's like, I'm discounting like automatically, just giving them a discount because they asked. He said, then I heard you and I stopped. He said, I just made $500 more because I didn't discount.
See, that's it.
You know why? Because I told him he was giving away his profit, and that hurt.
It does.
Right.
It does. I'll give you one nugget. What you've done for me when I attended one of your workshops was the key words: ask better questions, and to even leave the emails with a question at the end of it, so you can continue the conversation.
Right. Well, look at the subtitle. Ask better questions, listen to the answers, and grow your entertainment business.
That has been a gold mine.
Low commitment question, right? You start with the low commitment questions, you work your way up.
Right.
That's what this is. This is the 8 tips for converting. That's what you heard live was that.
Yes. Yeah.
And it works. It really, I get people all the time. They're like, they're amazed that it works. So like, listen, you ask somebody a question, they answer it. You end with a period. There's no reason for them to respond.
There's no reason for them to get back to you.
That's
it. And that alone is just one of the biggest nuggets that's been the turnaround in sales in my business, man. So I thank you for that.